Welcome back to the Healing in Business podcast. My name is Frida Kabo. In this episode, I would like to explore what if the problem isn't your marketing? Because sometimes it feels like marketing gets blamed for everything. It's all because of marketing. We're not out there enough, don't have the right strategy, we feel like we don't know what to say, and it can feel like if I just had the right marketing strategy, I would succeed. Let's look at that for a bit, because that is not the whole truth. What is behind not having that marketing that you want to have? So when clients come to me with this question, we don't start to look at their marketing strategy. We start to look at their clarity. So what is it that they do? Where are they going? What is the vision they're seeing? Who are they talking to? Do they know who is their ideal client? Do they know what problem they're solving? There's so much clarity around these things that affect our marketing. And if we take it another step back and tuning into your energy, how are you taking care of yourself? What energy are you coming from? Are you coming from, oh, I need to have clients, come on? Or are you coming from, this is something I offer. If it's for you, let's work together. I have something that can help you. Or are you running around trying to do a million things and just don't have any energy left? People feel your energy. How are you taking care of the clients that you do have? And another area that we can look at is your confidence. How are you feeling about what you're putting out? If it feels, I don't know, people usually feel that too. Are you stepping into that trust, that knowing that you do have when you create your marketing, when you create your post, when you create whatever you want to create? Are you tuning into that higher self or future you, or whoever you're tuning into, who knows that you're going to succeed? That part of you who knows that this is what you're here to do. That part of you who knows that the right people will listen. And what is the energy behind? Do you actually want clients, or are you scared that you can't handle it? So there are so many different questions that we can ask when someone comes and asking about marketing. And if we add the family and systemic constellation perspective to it, there's a lot of other things we can look at as well. Was there anyone in your family that was successful in the way that you want to be? Because a loyalty to our family system can keep it small. We don't want to be more successful than our parents because they're the big ones and we're the small one in the family system. Or maybe one of your parents had a business that crashed and you're unconsciously scared of doing the same, or feel like you can't succeed where they didn't. And going back to the visibility, how did you grow up? Were you allowed to be visible? Were you allowed to say your ideas and talk about the things that you were passionate about? So what I found to be true is that the visible problem is usually just a symptom to what's going on in the background. So again, do you have the energy? What energy are you sending out? Are you being that lighthouse, standing on your clarity, on your foundations, spreading your light, your message to the world? Are you clear in that foundation? Who you are, what you're here for? And how is your life right now? Is that actually where you can be right now? Or do you have to take a smaller step at the moment? Just take it step by step. Because that's also one thing that we can do to keep ourselves small. And I know I have a tendency to do this. I feel great, and then I take on a lot of things, too many things, and then I don't feel so great anymore. I have to say no to things. So really tune into where you're at the moment and what is this next phase? What can you handle? What is the next growth phase? If we're going too fast, we can just crash. I have an exercise. It's a systemic constellation that I like to do with my business clients. And if family and systemic constellation, you have different things to symbolize different parts of the thing that you want to look at. So it's a way of putting things that are in our subconscious outside of ourselves and look at it and observe, create awareness and see what is needed, or just observe. And by observing, we change it. So what I like to do, and I invite you to do as well, if you feel like exploring, you can take up something to represent you. If you have something close by, just take the first thing that you see, just a small thing. I usually have my beautiful rocks that I can use, crystals, Just take one that represents you, and then you can take one that represents your marketing, your message, or the thing that you want to look at. Just place them on in front of you, place them on the field. Just tune into them. And this is not a fast process, it's just slow, and we're just observing what happens. And did you place them far away? Did you place them close? And since we had one for the marketing, the message, let's move in one for the clients as well. And just notice where you put them. There's no right or wrong in this, it's just observing. Where did you put them? And then we can put in one that what needs to be seen, and just observe where does that go. What is it that needs to be seen for you? And when you've placed them and observed that, you can just tune into them by putting one of your fingers from the left hand on them, and just take a deep breath and tune in and see how you feel in your body. Just notice if you're aware of the other ones that are there. And then, you can continue a bit, or you can just leave it there and see if that gave you some insight, or you can just leave it and come back to it in a day or two, maybe add to it a bit. Or just that awareness of where you put them might be enough to oh, that's interesting. I put them really far away. What is it that needs to be seen? I choose one of my crystals that looks like a heart. So for me, it's just tuning into my heart. I need to tune into my heart more. And that came really close to the marketing, the message. So how does that feel when I do that? Yeah, that feels good. And then looking at it again, I feel like I can move me and my clients a bit closer to that. So that feels good. But we're not after a solution, we're just after insight. And if it doesn't tell you anything, that's okay too. It's just an energetic play with what is showing up in the field. And if you would like to do this more, I offer an almost monthly Healing Business Constellation workshop where we continue to explore things like this and see how the field is impacting us. So that was just a little taster that you can play with if you want to. All right, let's let that go. Thank you for representing my beautiful rocks. You probably have a lot of great tools as well, like you're in the healing place. How can you use your tools for this work on yourself or on your business or on your marketing? So just play with that. But the question I want to give you today is, what if I'm trying to solve the wrong problem? What happens when I ask you that? What if you're trying to solve the wrong problem? I just leave it there and see what comes up for you. And so the smallest step today is to really look underneath the symptoms. So if you have a problem in your business, what is it, or a challenge, or whatever you choose to call it? What lies underneath that? And you can use the kind of constellation that we just did, or one of your tools to look at it, or you can journal it out, or just take a walk and see what comes up for you. I hope that was supportive to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and remember, you're allowed to build differently. Thank you for being here. If this conversation resonated with you, you're welcome to join the Healing Business Revolution letters for weekly reflections, conversations, and updates. You'll find everything at fridakabo.com. Until next time.